वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यां तन्न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Divya Atman. Today we will be discussing about sacrifice and its symbolic value. The work of a man whose attachments are sundered, who is liberated, whose mind is firmly founded in wisdom, who does work as a sacrifice, is dissolved entirely. For him, the act of offering is God, the oblation is God. By God is it offered into the fire of God. God is that which is to be attained by him who realizes God in his works. The Vedic yajna is here interpreted in a larger spiritual way. Though the performer of yajna does work, he is not bound by it, for his earth life is brooded over by the sense of eternity. Some yogis offer sacrifices to the gods, while others offer sacrifice by the sacrifice itself into the fire of the Supreme. Those who conceive the divine in various forms seek favors from them by performing the consecrated rites of action, while others offer all works to the divine itself. Some offer hearing and the other senses into the fires of restraint. Others offer sound and other objects of sense in the fires of sense. By means of sacrifice, interpreted here as means to mental control and discipline, we strive to make knowledge penetrate our whole being. Our whole being is surrender and change. A right enjoyment of sense objects is compared to a sacrifice in which the objects are the offering and senses the sacrificial fires. Every form of self-control, where we surrender the egoistic enjoyment for the higher delight, where we give up lower impulses, is said to be a sacrifice. Some again offer all the works of their senses and the works of the vital force into the fire of yoga, of self-control, kindled by knowledge. Some likewise offer as sacrifice their material possessions, or their austerities, or their spiritual exercises, while others of subdued minds and severe vows offer their learning and knowledge. Others again, who are devoted to breath control, having restrained the paths of prana, that is the outgoing breath, and apana, the incoming breath, pour as sacrifice prana into apana and apana into prana. While others restricting their food Poor has sacrificed their life breaths into life breaths. All these are knowers of sacrifice, and by sacrifice have their sins destroyed. Restraint is the essence of all sacrifice, and so all sacrifices may be regarded as means to spiritual growth. Those who eat the sacred food that remains after a sacrifice attain to the eternal absolute. This world is not for him who offers no sacrifice. How then any other world? The law of the world is sacrifice, and he who violates its norms cannot obtain mastery either here or beyond. Thus, many forms of sacrifice are spread out in the face of Brahman, that is, set forth as the means of reaching the Absolute. Know thou that all these are born of work, and so knowing thou shalt be free. Knowledge as a sacrifice is greater than any material sacrifice. O scores of the foe, Arjuna, for all works without any exception culminate in wisdom. The goal is the life-giving wisdom which gives us freedom of action and liberation from the bondage of work. Hari Om Tat Sat.